Welcome to the Hair Bar NYC. I'm the founder of Hair Bar NYC. Today I want to talk about our beauty industry, about create opportunities, how the behind the chair, money making, where's the future of the beauty industry going. So here today I'm going to share with my Mark, dear friend, from he works in a Boca Salon. What's the salon you're working on, Mark?
Right now, I work for myself. I'm just renting a chair. It's Mark on Madison. I'm originally from Madison Avenue and John Barrett Salon, where we didn't have to sell haircuts. It was, I remember 20 years ago, it was $120 for a haircut. Now, those days are gone. We have to sell, but we have to sell with our heart and souls. So, Benny, I'm going to give it back to you as you're going. Go ahead.
So, okay, it's a good, interesting. Okay, let's start from beginning. The people ask me that question, but let me ask you because you're my guest today. What got you into the hair?
I was 17 years old. I was shit in school. I hated school. I hated education. I used to take summer classes and night classes just to get by. So at 17, my mom was like, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, "I have no idea." My dad said, "Maybe you're going to be a barber." And my mom looked at him and said, "No, he's a handsome guy. Let him be working with women." So she's like, "There's a school, a beauty school in Brooklyn, New York. Why don't you go there? And maybe you could speak to them and see how much the program is." And we're talking about 26 years ago. The program was at $12,000. I brought my friend in and they sold us on the beauty school. And that's how I started my career. So at 17 in the evening, I did beauty school. In the early mornings, we did high school to finish off to make sure I get my diploma.
So you finished the diploma. I know also, after getting even a diploma, I know in those beauty schools, maybe, I believe so, maybe 30% of students come to be hairdressers. Other 70%, I believe so, they're not. I don't know if you know that. Statistically, I checked it, and also I know from my school where I learned too in Win School, it seems like only 30% came to be hairdressers, other 70% just disappeared. I can't know why, because when we started as a hairdresser, it took me 3-4 times to change my mind to be a hairdresser. I went first time, didn't succeed, I left it long. I just did other stuff. Then I came back. Again, I tried it, different areas, but I want to see if you struggled from beginning, if it was easy for you in the beginning to get in or was very smooth for you. What was your process after the school or how you started to be?
So I was very fortunate and lucky. My mom worked in Bliss Salon Spa, and she worked with David Evangelisto. David Evangelisto was this popular celebrity hairdressers back in the day. So when my mom spoke to him and said, "My son's going to beauty school and he's going to need a job," and David was like, "Oh my God, when he's done with beauty school, I work at Bergdorf at John Barrett Salon. You tell me and I'll get him in." And the moment I got in, Benny, I remember walking into Bergdorf's at 18, knowing nothing about hair, in a very high-end elite salon on 58 in Madison in the penthouse. I walked in and I got into the elevator, and the elevator's door opened to this beautiful, huge windows to the front desk, looking over the park.
Wow, sounds like
And
a
I was
dream.
like, yes, this was big. And I was like, oh my God, I know nothing about hair, right? The fear kicks in with every hairdresser. I know nothing about hair. Maybe I should minimize and downsell myself and just start in a small salon. And when I saw the ambience, everything in wood, everybody's wearing black and white. The receptionists come up, offer you coffee, cappuccino, and tea and salads, anything you want, right? It's a high-end experience. And I walked in like this kid as a Russian immigrant with nothing to offer. So at that point, I was like, oh, holy, holy, this is amazing, but am I meant for this, right? So, and then I spoke to my mom about it, and she's like, if you want to start, you start from the best. And that was my mind shift and the frame shift of where she's right. If I want to start, I want to start with the best. And when I started, the first 3 years, I worked with a colorist. Her name was Parveen. She was very successful. But then color wasn't my thing. I was a hair cutter that I didn't even know. And then my boss comes up one day, slaps me back and behind my back, and he says, "You listen to me and to what I have to tell you, and just shut the fuck up. I'll make you a hairdresser." And that literally took a year. I was his assistant, and I started to become a hairdresser. And I say to all the stylists, before coming and spending 20,000 or 25, no, whatever it is right now, nowadays, the school costs, I say, before you start that, why don't you go work in the salon for a month? Why don't you go work in the front desk? Why don't you go work as a shampoo girl or do something in the salon and see if it's your environment that you want to be in? Because it's not for everybody.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
not about hair, it's about people. We're in the people's business. We touch their hair. When I think of it, I'm like, I am the second guy besides her husband or her boyfriend that touches her hair in this way.
And maybe they don't touch it either.
And they don't touch it either. Exactly. So this is really profound. This is really deep. This is where I and the client gets to connect. And it's also on another level. It's where we have this exchange of energy where we communicate, where they just open up to me. And I'm like, and I was like, why me? And then I realized that I had a gift. My first job was my hairstyling job, but my gift was sharing and inspiring people and shifting their perspective. And so practically being a psychologist, which we are saying,
100%.
right?
Good listener.
Yeah, good listener and shifting their optics on life and their relationships and what they're going through. So I realized I'm not in the hair business. I'm in the marketing business because I got to market to get clients in. And then I become a hairstylist second. And third, I'm a psychologist. I need people skills. And in order to do that, you need to understand yourself. It's who are you, where you're going. I call it body, being, balance, and business. Body is your body on fire. Are you weaponized to take on the day? Because your soul and your dreams can only thrive when the body's on fire. It cannot thrive in an unhealthy body. And most of the stylists, they don't need another program where they could learn color. They don't need another program where they could learn marketing. What they need is
Personality.
mindset, because they roll out of bed and thinking that Starbucks coffee would do it. Okay, but it's more than that. They need to make sure their body's on fire, that they could serve others. Are they really connected with themselves, or they're drifting in life? Are they in the dark? Are they in the light? Are they conscious of their mind chatter, their mental being, their emotions? Right? And then third is, what are their relationships to their significant other? If their relationship with significant other is no good and it's toxic, it bleeds into their workplace. So now you're just working in a workplace and you're dealing with clients, but then you're not fit to serve them in the right way because you're just dealing with your emotional things and challenges and the dark side of you and your relationships. And then they say business. Is your business profitable? So those are the 4 B's that I live by.
That's beautiful. Also, okay, that makes sense because there is where the field we are. It's a lot of obviously, as not just technically how you work, it's basically also how you talk. So I know stories like you have a good hairdresser who knows to cut amazingly, knows to do everything, but the other hairdresser knows so. But he knows how to talk very well, has the personality. So you will say, which hairdresser can be better, one who knows the best how to cut, how to do, or the one who knows how to talk? All right?
Yes, great question, by the way. I believe personality is everything.
That's right. That's been proven. Actually, who knows how to talk, even though does the crooked haircut, he gets the most clients.
Yes, because again, once I mentioned, we're in the people's business.
Right.
We're not in the office on computers. So like I mentioned, there's an exchange of energies, and you need to feel every client. Can you push them to do something? Can you maybe take a step back and listen to them? Are they vulnerable? Are they trusting you with their hair at the moment, or they're like they want to do it and they're doubting? You have to feel all of that, and that takes being intuitive. That takes being connected to yourself. That takes doing your internal work. So they don't need more programs. And I keep saying this, guys, you don't need another course.
Right.
You need to start with yourself. Are you on fire?
Personality. As you mentioned, you have to make sure you see if it's your fit, if you can connect with people, like if you're comfortable. I can ask you a different question. What's the one mistake you did in your career what other stylists can learn from you?
One mistake that I did with my career, and I remember this, I thought I learned a technique, or I have clients, and I felt like I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to take another class. I don't need to work on myself. I don't need to market. I'm good. And when 10 years passed by behind the chair, and I was renting a chair, I never wanted to do a salon. I realized that the industry shifted and it moved. There are new things starting, new techniques, new mindset, new ways of marketing, because back in the days we didn't have Instagram, right? New ways of marketing, and I was really, really behind. And that's
So
what
you
hit
did
me
not,
really
you
hard.
did, yeah, I agree with you. That's why we do trade shows. So trade shows brings all the new technology, new things coming up. So this is very crucial, as you said. We should always go and refresh our knowledge.
Yes, I say I'm a student for life.
100%. Where I know this, even though we obviously know a lot, right? But when I go to trade shows, even though I know, I get inspired. I came back with a lot of, more motivated. I come more, I learned a couple of new haircuts. I want to wait. Who am I, my first victim? Who's going to come out that door? Who's going to come first? Me, that haircut.
For sure.
So other questions that people have to know as a hairdresser. What you did the most money in one day as a hairdresser?
The other day I did
No, think about it. Think had the most money, not the other day. Give me one day you did the maximum 5,000,
3,100.
3,100 in one day.
And one day as
What was service was?
3,200. It was it was two clients, bro.
Right.
It was hair extensions and color.
Hair extension is amazing.
Hair extensions.
If you asking me if you take me back 25 years ago, we as a hairdresser started, we do everything. That was our mentality, right?
Yeah.
But when I find out, end of the day, you go find a niche if you want to be successful. I find out if you want to be successful, find a niche. Let's say if I did extensions back in the day, believe me, if you do the extensions, like as I mentioned, if you had only customer say, hey, I'm Mark, I do only extensions. I special only, I don't do anything else. People say, hey, Mark is special extensions. Reverse to other hairdressers says, I do everything. Correct. So I would say, I will go with somebody who specializes. Instead, somebody says, I do everything.
Correct. So that's why I say double down on, there's the things you do, right? We do everything, but I say double down on your gifts. What is it that you could do with your eyes closed that you do it so well, your clients go, wow, whether it's color, whether it's blonding, whether it's keratin treatments, whether it's hair extensions, you got to find that one and you got to master it and you got to go just like market.
Agreed.
Market the shit out of it. And people say, oh, I don't want to market. I'm not an Instagram girl. I'm not an Instagram guy. So I read this book by Russell Brunson, Secrets, Traffic Secrets. And out of the whole book, I'm going to share this one thing and maybe it's going to relate to a lot of people. And they could try it, but it's working. And I'm like, wow, because I used to pay for ads to get clients in. And now I don't pay no ad dollars. And he says one thing that stuck with me. He said, I promise you, if you market for 1 year, if you post for 1 year, every day, you will never have a money problem. And to me, that was like, okay, that's interesting. And the book is like 5 years old. So it's been 120 days. Now I'm posting every day on TikTok and Instagram.
Actually, right?
Yeah, I'm consistent. It's like my religion. And I'm like, I'm getting 3 to 5 clients a week, bro.
That's nice.
And we're in a very popular location where there's a big shopping center right in Central Boca. There's not that many clients coming in through the door. And if they are, they're coming in for a $60 blow dry. They're not coming in for a $250, $300 haircut with a treatment. Like I'm the highest hair shaper in Boca. Nobody charges that. But I am able to charge that is because I specialize in and I pre-frame them in my postings that I do. When they watch the post, they already pre-framed. They don't care how much it is. They want to see Mark and they're willing to pay. It's a pre-frame game. You got to pre-frame the context of what you do, how well you do it, and when they see it, they're sold. There's very little selling you need to do at the consultation. And that's what hairdressers don't get. They're waiting for the client. Clients are not walking in through the door no more. And I keep saying this. So I believe I have 2 jobs. One job is to do hair, which I love it. But I believe my gift, which is the second job, is to move stylists forward, is to shift their perspective with marketing, body, being, balance, and business. And once we could give them the foundation, I believe they're going to move. Not everybody's going to succeed because 100%. You got to put in the work. Like you said, there's 100 people that go to beauty school, 70 drop out. That's just, You filter them.
Life.
Yeah.
Do you think a hairdresser can make above $100,000 annually?
Easy, bro. Easy.
I believe so too.
Easy. It's a system.
So, okay. We said a couple of things to be consistent, do marketing, and make sure you specialize. Is something you're good at, right?
Marketing is very broad. Just
Right.
do two things: post on TikTok every day and post on Instagram, and repurpose the same content in different ways and forms.
Right. That's first.
That's first.
Right.
It's like it's dumbed down.
So how do you get if you let's say, like right now, somebody working in Salon suite. So basically, they worked before in a salons. Right now, everybody goes to Salon suites. Before they used to get customers through the salon. Right now, everybody going to Salon suite. They don't have the same ratio. They used to get clients to the salon.
Salons are dying, Benny. Salons are dying.
And why
because
you think they're dying?
they're dying because they're not marketing. They're not innovative, right? Marketing has changed. People used to walk through the door because they used to pay the prime rent. This no longer is doable. You could pay a lot of money for the rent, but it doesn't mean someone's going to come in for a $400 blonding service or $2,000 and up hair extension service.
So what you're saying
She's
today?
preferably finding them on Instagram.
Right. So basically, you're saying so. Okay. Okay. You today you're renting a chair, right?
Yes.
So what do you think is renting a chair or salon suite or opening a salon? So you say salon, you don't open a salon because they're dying. So what you suggest then, rent a chair or rent a suite?
So salons, they're dying. The old model salons are dying.
The old models. All right,
old
be more
model-
specific.
Yeah, the old model salons are dying. When they say, like you have salons, right? And
Right.
you specialize. You told me, Mark, I do keratin treatments.
That's correct.
That's my moneymaker, right? You're a specialty.
All right.
So if you're not a specialty, like a blonding specialty or a hair extension specialty or a blow dry bar specialty, it's going to be very hard for you to take off.
Right.
Because you need to take, again, one thing that you're good at and you could do it in your sleep, and you need to double down on that.
I agree. We see that where I did is a little bit different what you do. Where I did it was for me to generally to take over, not by myself, for build multi salons, not one salon. What you're talking about, special about how you can be good and what thing you do is your hands only. So I'm gonna tell you the way I changed my mind about to come being hairdresser to be a businessman. What it did for me one day, it was about 4 or 5 people, elderly. They were 65 and 70 years old. They want to come rent a chair from me in a salon. We're talking about 20 years ago. And back in the day, I was only 25, 26 years old, right? And I see them coming and renting a chair, and I see myself, I don't want to be in that age, start looking for renting a chair and renting a thing, you know? And back in the day, as you mentioned, our keratin was brand new in the market, but back in brand new, nobody did. We used to do $400 or $500 per keratin back in the day. So what I did is, Groupon came out. Groupon came out. What we used to charge $400, the Groupon was down to $99. I said, what the heck? Now we're going to lose a lot of clients because people are going to go to Groupon. Then I made the story short. I had 2 locations next to each other, one barbershop, one hair salon. And also used to work in trade shows back in the day. And I said to myself, you know what? I cannot beat Groupon because I'm just small. Barely speak English, right? So I said, let me do something else. I had a guy who was renting a chair from me in Mel, was a barber. I said, Mel, I'm going to need the location for myself. I need the location. Can you find a different place to work? And he said, no problem. He went to his friend to work. And I put ventilation, I put the exhaust fan. And I put on Groupon $99 keratin. Wow, Mark. People standing online. Now I hired 4 or 5 girls. 4 or 5 girls doing all keratin. Back in the day, we charged $400, $500, we're charging $100. I said to customers, look, there was a trick because Groupon was tricky. Groupon used to say, if your service costs $350, you have to get customers, you have to make this half price.
Yes.
All right? So from $350, do half price, $175. I said, okay, I can't deal with that 175. It was not 75, but he said, you do maybe better, do nine. I think it was, our search 270 with the half price, we did two. So we did $99 end of the day. So then I did $99, Groupon takes 50% from it, basically for $50. I said, work for $50 doesn't make sense, right? Yes. But what I used to tell customers, look, if you come to Groupon, you like the $99, come next time for the same price. I will not charge you extra for same price. Whatever you pay today, $9 to give it next time. So basically right now, those customers say, I told them, if you like the service, but instead of going to different salons, go try it. If you like it, if you like it, come next time here. And what that happened? People start coming for $9. Now, we still people don't go to Groupon, come direct to us. Don't have to go to Groupon. Because they thought people have a problem. They go into Groupon, but they don't know Groupon takes 50% of that services. They're not aware of that.
Correct.
They're not aware. Basically, first time you work for free. Mm-hmm. All right. Then that's what happened. I was on the niche. So I don't want to continue about me. That's also how I got the keratin. I don't want to do the keratin because the keratin always did. Because I said to myself, it's easy service. And I have 2 hours spent with a customer. Now I'm going to tell about 2 hours. I'm good at hair coloring, haircuts, and highlights. I have 2 hours to spend. Tell them I'm good. That's how I can get extra customers. Because basically it was for me, keratin was for me the marketing to attract the customer, but was end up to be, it was took me to next level, made everything I have today because of that.
Oh, wow. Wow, Beny. Wow.
Then what happened is, I realized that. Then I went to, first time I was working in Five Town. Then I opened a location in Manhattan. We opened about 400 square feet, about 5 chairs. The first day we opened, we overbooked. First day, when a salon opening, the first day overbooked. Then every 6 months I open a salon. Every 6 months, we right now, every salon making over $600,000 a year.
And you're doing just running Groupons.
Groupon. And I used to get about 18 to 1,600 clients per location.
1,600
annually.
Annually, yeah.
Yes, 150 to 120 customers per month.
And then you would upsell for like highlights, haircuts, right? So they would think they come in for $100.
Right. Then people.
So what was your average service ticket?
About 120, 180.
Even if they came in the second time, right?
Yes, because don't forget, about 10 years ago, everything was low. Right now, it's almost 3 times more. Yeah. Besides famous salons, high-end salons, right? Yeah. But if you want to do the way I did it, you cannot do. We did luxury salon. Everything was prestige. Everything was clean, high quality product. All the products we used to make, as you can see, all products I make because I have a hands in the industry. So I know direct to go to manufacturers, so I can choose my ingredients. So I know what goes to my customers' hair. So we'll come to be because we do a lot of editing for my keratin. People think we do only keratin, but it's not true. The keratin was attract the customers to the salon.
Yeah, well, Beny, your story is unbelievable because when I saw you, I said, this guy was a hairstylist. This guy's a salesperson. And I want to know more about you because Beny came into the salon and you started to pitch us, right? And you're showing us and you talk 100 miles an hour. I'm like, who's this guy? Because I'm in the stage of my life, I'm 43, and I'm just like you. I'm like, I don't want to be the furniture in the salon that's going to be renting it.
Beautiful furniture.
Right? Or I had this opportunity to buy a salon right now, to walk in because they closed, the rent is different. It's a beautiful salon. All that I need to take is sign the lease. And I said, I don't want to run this business. The biggest problem right now that every industry is facing is employees. Nobody wants to work. I don't want to babysit. And B, the biggest one, I don't want to give up my freedom for another $10,000, $15,000 a month that I'm going to make in my pocket. I could care less. Money's not everything, right? So you inspired me is because I came to your headquarters the first time and I saw this warehouse of just color and all this shit. And you're like, I have 9 salons. And then I'm looking at you energetically. You're like light. You just make things happen and move. And I'm like, how does he do this? Is this whole shit profitable? Because I question everything. Is because it all looks profitable, but at the end of the day, you could be also tight with the money because you have such a big overhead and so many components in the business. So it's a tough business.
To be honest with you, it didn't start overnight. Obviously, it was trying gradually. All right, so it didn't happen overnight. What you saw me, it's already the results, right? But it didn't start like that. It started graduate location after location after location, and knowing the market better. It didn't start overnight. But today, I find out myself, I'm a bit different from others, as you feel yourself different from others, right? I feel, see, my mindset was locked, but what I knew what they taught me, all right? Then I unleashed my brain, unleashed my doubts. So then I was the guy, can do anything I wish. Everything, I just do it. You know, I fail, I stand up, run again. If I don't fail, how I know what there's a mistake? So I didn't mind to fail. I don't mind to do mistakes because idea I have, it seems amazing to my head, you know. And, you know, if you don't believe in yourself enough, you're not going to get succeeded, you know. So you have to push yourself, your limits. You see, it's like going to the gym. If you go to the same set all the time, you're going to get the same result. But you have to, in the last 2, 3, 4, push extra weight and push it the hardest you can. That extra push give you the growth. All right?
Yeah, I love what you said. The mindset, back to mindset. Right?
How everything is mindset. Yeah. If you knew how much you can do, the only thing that's holding you up is your conscious insecurity. The way you feel release that. Like this, sometimes I'm scared of height. What people do, face your height. Go upstairs, jump it right now. And until you jump from this, it doesn't scare you anymore. It was not big deal as you thought from begin with.
For sure.
So 17 hours, but the thing is, for me, it started, I can tell my secret to all the hairdressers, I was open-minded, and it started for me the trade shows. I was started going to trade shows, so we go to trade shows, if you went to trade shows or around the pyramid, right, you're going as a stylist, you see what people offer there. You know, you're suspicious, you're learning, see what's new stuff. When you come to be behind the sales, you selling things, it already looks different. That was my first part. Then I learned about manufacturing. That's different show. The stylist doesn't go there. The stylist doesn't know it exists even. Mm-hmm. Some stylists, they do. But if it's called Cosmoprof is a manufacturing. It's basically all the countries manufacturing skin, nail, hair, they're coming there. Like usually in Las Vegas, in Miami, you know, in Miami convention centers. What happens is it's about like regular choices, but every country, China, South Korea, Brazil, all the countries, the manufacturing is there. They're selling skincare, hair extensions, anything they sell. Every country bring their own product to present because the United States is a big market. The United States are the bigger buyers. So everybody coming here to show the new products. That's how products get to in the market. So those manufacturing bringing the products here. Then people like myself have a mini salons. Want to make a product myself product. I go to over there. I choose a product. I test it. I bring about, depends if I want to try a color. I bring 10 manufacturers. I run a test for 6 months. You know, for between the clients, depends which product, to see how long it holds, what the reactions, it is the quality. And each time, that's how I approve if I'm better manufacturer. Today, I'm everywhere. Today, I know all the manufacturers around the world, and that what gives me confidence. Yeah. When you have confidence, things works differently.
Yeah, agree.
Sorry, I can keep talking, but it's...
No, beautifully, because you're actually expanding my mindset right now, and you're shifting my optics, because I'm hearing your story. And I feel I'm on the edge of making that leap.
So what's your big move, next move, Mark?
So the next big move is maybe it's in the education space.
So you want to be educator?
Yeah, and I did that. We used to teach stylists how to do hair extensions, hand-tied. So I know a lot about hair. I have an amazing program. And then the second thing is marketing, mindset.
So let's walk through, okay? Let's walk together, all right? Let's start thinking, unpacking what you said.
Yes.
When you say you want to be educator, how you make money?
So with education, there's different ways of making money. Right?
Okay.
In education,
What's your plan?
No crazy plan right now.
Okay.
Nothing. It's all still up in the air. I'm still looking for internal guidance and divine guidance. The plan is, when you say education, I used to charge $9.97 to do hair extensions.
But do you understand? You're failing to again do the same thing. Where I'm saying that because you always again it depends on you.
Correct. Correct.
So one day you're not going to do education, you're not going to making money. Same thing doing hair.
Yeah.
So maybe you should change the strategy, how you build something, it can work for you. Maybe in the beginning you're going to build it, then it works for you automatically. Do you understand that? What you're doing right now, you say, I'm going to, living what I learned last 25 years, going to leave that for something similar. I love to, I'm passionate, I just want change. And that probably does go through your head. I want something different. It doesn't mean that's going to be better.
Correct. So you're saying I'm putting myself in the same position?
I think, in my opinion, if you, that's why I ask you how you're gonna do that. If you tell me, hey, I'm gonna build a system, it's gonna be automated, I'm gonna send subscriptions, then okay.
You're like the second person that's telling me.
No, I'm just saying what.
The second person that's telling me this week. You know Joey, right?
No.
Joey also speaks Hebrew, and he sells curling products.
Possible, maybe by face.
Curls on Fifth.
I don't.
No? Okay. So he's like, yeah, Beny is in Florida. You got to go see him. And I'm like, okay. So that's how we met. But no, then you came into the salon, right?
Right.
Because he's like, he has many salons. He has a product line. So, and this week we were saying is like, Mark, I was thinking about you. Maybe you should start a product, but it's just a thought. Think about it because it's something you want to create as a system.
If my suggestion to you, if you don't build a system, you're gonna be in the same place next couple of years.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you.
And I think I don't want to spinning your think. So, okay, let me ask a different question. What's your bigger vision? Let's say, what's your vision? So being an educator?
Education company.
So when you say education company.
Okay, so when I'm saying, Beny, when I'm saying education, education comes with a product. Education just supports the sales of the product.
Okay, so okay,
Just
it's
like-
two different things.
Right?
No. I didn't do products. I did products, but I did product. The reason I did products is like this, because after I opened my fourth salon, I was buying products from vendors. Then I knew the manufacturing, how much they're making products for. I said, well, I'm a sucker. I don't want to be paying $120, $130 for a bottle when I can pay $34. Do you understand? So that was my, because I was doing for my salons. Now I was not thinking to sell to someone else. I want to make this boutique special just for my company. I want nobody to receive the product. If you want to get my service, you want to get my products, you have to come to my salon only, make it special. That was my idea. Mm-hmm. So that's why I started doing products to save money. And actually, because what happens each time you took let's say I took a product from some company, they always used to raise the prices. Or they don't have the spaces anymore. And I used to do about 500 curtains per week back in the day. Okay, so think about how many bottles I need.
So you buy it a lot.
Exactly. So then I said I can go buy this in fine manufacturer. I can pay quarter of the price to the rest to pay 4 times.
Correct.
So that's how I got everything else. Because today I have everything from A to Z just to myself, because I know each thing I choose as a hairdresser. I know what goes to my hairdresser and it goes also what goes to my client's hair. So that's the reason I did the products. So now, because I manufacture everything 5,000 pieces from each, my salon doesn't use 5,000. So now I'm selling my products to other salons as well. Obviously, comes with the education as well, right? That's where I do it. But you're saying, let's say people, the way somebody told me to do products, and products industry is very hard.
Very hard.
You have to make it like this. You have to make product for $100,000 and you have to spend $1 million for marketing if you want to be successful.
Agree.
Again, you have to do $100,000 products and $1 million marketing to be that successful.
Agree.
And now you have so much competition. Why your product is good, better than others. And also nobody knows Mark.
Yeah.
Like 5 people know in Boca who is Mark, couple ladies. It's not enough. They not be able to buy your products. Or you need to know any celebrities. You understand? For me, I think I don't think the salon's dying. They're actually changing the path, the way they work.
Correct.
So the way it works today, I think the baby boomers who old schools, they don't want to use systems. They don't believe in systems. They say, hey, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. And back in the day, so we say when I used to Pride, I don't use flat iron, I can do better blow dry. 20 years ago, used to tell us flat iron, used to insult us as a hairdresser, do flat iron. Mm-hmm. To the flat iron, every house has. Mm-hmm. All right? So I think the industry is beautiful. I love our industry. Let me ask you, what do you think our industry goes to next 5 years? What do you see? What do you see our industry like? People have robotic in the salons, robot cuts,
Yeah, I
or
think of that for sure. I think I was talking to my dad about it. I'm like, I have to like invest in myself and kind of shift because the career is going to take a change. And he started laughing. But I believe if they're doing surgeries right now, robotics are doing surgeries. I believe at some point, maybe 5 to 10 years, 7 to 10 years, there's going to be already some categories in our industry that is going to use robotics or maybe no more gray hair. Just like Ozempic right now is making this big, huge run on people losing massive weight. So all of the diet plans or the diet businesses are kind of dying out. They took a hit because there's this pill. So I believe I have, say, 30% of clients that come in for roots, right? To cover the grays. I believe there's going to be something that they're going to pop a pill and there's going to be no more roots.
maybe. But
You
I
know?
think I think you're missing the big picture, though.
Yes, tell me.
So you said earlier conversations with like psychologists. Is I don't feel it's sometimes about cutting or doing hair when women come to see you. I'm going to give you my example. When I was in my age, one at that time, I was very funny. I was entertainment. I used to make people laugh. I used to make they feel good. I used to dance for them. And I can tell me if my clients watching right now, they can actually maybe comment. If you say people, when they used to wake up, I have a bad day, they used to say, hey, I have to call Beny. They make an appointment right do it with me because Beny gonna change my mood that day, you know. I believe so. People are gonna go robustic, but I think people are gonna need people's touch, the conversations, that thing. And I think, in my opinion, I'm gonna keep pushing this out to be very organic, and if we're gonna go modern, I'm gonna be old school in a way. How I'm gonna still keeping the old school, the touch, because I believe so. Everybody's going to direction be insulated. They're gonna be don't want to be alone.
I agree.
Alone.
We were alone at COVID,
Right.
and now we want people.
Right. So the things that was going because everything gets lonely. People, even though back in the day we used to go out, spend time. Now people spend time on their phones all day. Or the kids back in the day used to be outside to play. Today the kids are staying playing games, behind their home. So because people don't have interaction with each other. I think right now everyone's excited with technology, everyone's excited with new things coming up, but everything looks also fake today. You don't know who's real, who's not real. Even though today you see movies or seeing this, you don't know. You have to start, fact check it if it's AI or it's real, right? I think people are gonna miss eventually. Right now, everybody's excited about new things, new robotic. But I think robotic in the doctor industry, surgery is a little bit different. Reverse hours. When someone does surgery, people sleeping, right?
Yes.
And I think beneficially, robots can do surgery better than human. Because computer has so many angles to do things human error cannot do it, right? Human can be tired, drop something, do something. Robot is very precise. Cool. So I think they can do better job, not to disrespect every human, I'm just saying that obviously something's better, we are better than human because of machines, right? So for our field, we as hairdressers, like myself, I'm not gonna let this die. I'm gonna keep opening salons and bring that life experience and communication where I used to do with my clients. So back in the day, I used to be myself and I was an assistant. I cannot hire a customer hairdressers because you have to pay them, you have to build with them. Then they build them, you're gonna run away from you. So you have to know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it in the beginning. So I used to do 4 or 5 customers same time. How I used to do that. In America, I made an appointment with you. I want to just be with you. I don't want somebody else touch me. So what I used to do, I used to start some political conversation. Is I have a chair like this, turn the 2 customers between each other. Start talk. Okay, go to next customer, and that's what I used to do. But it's naturally. And what happened is, people start liking to coming to me because it's a fun place. They're now meeting people. They introduce people, and also it's not going like a robot. Today I feel salons. I go to my salon. I'm ashamed to my salons today too. I go to my salons. I have 9 locations. They don't present where I used to present. I used to present fun. I talk to everybody. Everybody comes and welcome them. It's always not about me doing my customers and giving customers, 1 hour, 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours. 6 hours. 7 hours. 8 hours. 9 hours. 10 hours. 11 hours. 12 hours. 13 hours. 14 hours. 15 hours. 16 hours. 17 hours. 18 hours. 19 hours. 20 hours. 21 hours. 22 hours. 23 hours. 24 hours. 25 hours. 26 hours. 27 hours. 28 hours. 29 hours. 30 hours. 31 hours. 32 hours. 33 hours. 34 hours. 35 hours. 36 hours. 37 hours. 38 hours. 39 hours. 40 hours. 41 hours. 42 hours. 43 hours. 44 hours. 45 hours. 46 hours. 47 hours. 48 hours. 49 hours. 50 hours. 51 hours. 52 hours. 53 hours. 54 hours. 55 hours. 56 hours. 57 hours. 58 hours. 59 hours. 60 ho falling asleep. I used to make sure my customers always on, on.
Yeah.
And it's my customers 6 to 3, 4 hours. They use it's, I guess, as you mentioned, it's about personality.
It's personality, yes. But Benny, no, you have it right. I take that back. That salons are dying. I'm saying the old salons are dying, and what you're doing, again, we're back to the niche, and that's the right way to do it.
I suggest you to go take that list salon. What did they offer you? I will actually help you. That's in Boca.
Yes.
I can help you to actually make that better for you.
Okay.
Which in Boca is this?
Where is it in Boca? Power line between Glades and Southwest 18th Street. It's right. It's center.
Center. We can. Okay. We can be. We can. I know that salon.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
How big is it?
It's like 1,400, 1,200 square feet. They say it's 14, but it's like 1,200.
Yeah, we definitely can help you with that if you want. But my goal was the hair bar I built. It's for people like me and you. Meaning what? So I built the industry the way I saw this. I built this because I saw myself. I have the knowledge how to run the salon, all right? So I want to build a business. So as you said, hiring is hard, but you still can find people.
Agree.
You're gonna find it. A lot of people don't want to be independent. Some people like security. They want to give them salary, give them peace of mind, give them good salary, give them security. They're gonna be great. It takes time to find it, but it's possible.
Agree.
All right, but you don't need more 5 to 7 people.
That's it.
That's it. And you can make $1 million. Your profit about $300,000 there. You just have to manage. Just show your pretty face. Make sure everything works. Everything works right. That's what you have to do because you have the experience. And I think it's a good idea for you. I don't think you can do this on, then you can say, Beny, I want to do my first product. I can help you do your first product. Then from there, you can continue. But you have to start what you're good at. You don't have time to change new professions.
Agreed.
You do whatever you're the best at. And do with that, you're good at that. Now, you need not 2 your hands, you need other 6, 7 hands with you.
Correct, Benny. That's how I feel.
Right now, everything falls on you. You feel like you are kind of the victim one, everything falls on me. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be mindset changes. You have to see it as a business, not as a hustler. It is a hustle, but you have to see it as a business. And you can do it. You have everything. I don't understand why you're doubting yourself. It's amazing business, the salons.
Not that I'm doubting myself. Every time I do the numbers when it comes to a salon.
Don't do numbers. That's wrong.
Really?
You're predicting. Well, you predict. You don't know what's going to happen. That's wrong.
Just going backwards. I got to go backwards to understand what I'm getting myself into. And I'm like, oh my God.
So you don't.
So much more work for nothing.
That's the thing is, you're not the right people. I don't think you have the right information. Like, well, I hear you. You have to be the right people. People are not going to tell you the secrets how to do things. It's about mindset. You need confidence and tools. Okay, I think the rest of you got it. You just need the right advice. And sometimes I suggest people to go to some coaching. Don't feel you know everything, you got to figure out everything, right? No. Coaching is very good, inspirational, people who did businesses. And I think that's your way. I don't think you should go do education and start building everything from scratch. Nobody knows, Mark, that's education. Go build that thing. You never know after 2 years if you want to continue to do that thing. If it was overnight, think, okay, let's try it. But it's not overnight.
Exactly.
Come to be a hero, amazing you are today. It took you forever. Now you want to start doing something else similar? Doesn't make sense to me. It's my opinion.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Benny. Seriously, you're stretching my mind right now. Yeah, you're stretching my mind. Yeah, I guess we would have to. I want you to stretch my mind and see how you look at the business model.
I look at business, as you said.
Salons, because I have a very limited, because I never ran a salon. And I have friends that do it in New York and there, and they're like, oh, you need to open up a salon. I'm like, guys, you're operating at 10, 20%. I'm not.
That's not true because they don't know how to do it right. But even 20% is good too for $1 million.
Yeah.
$200,000. Who gave you $200,000?
No.
If you also build automated, just bring people and let them work and just to follow them. You have to come 2-3 hours every salon that day. Just see everything great. We can go be freedom to family and kids. Do what we have to do. I buy my own freedom here. I have a non-location. I'm here. I can do it. I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. Maybe I have a more confidence or maybe being around people who know things.
Exactly.
And I got my confidence through them.
Agree.
You're around people who want to try to survive one after other client, but you're not surrounding the business, you're trying to surround the clients. That's what your vision, where you work at, where I saw you guys, saw you a bunch of people running a chair, try to see who's going to be the maybe most customers. Like you guys looking for the ship who come in the door.
Yeah. No, I'm done with that.
You have to change your mindset. The moment you change your mindset, that's why I said, the moment I start being a businessman, when I saw those people, elderly, want to rent a chair, that one hit me. And I said, I don't want to be them. For nothing disrespect for them, I'm just saying my vision a little bit was different.
I get you. I feel you.
I definitely think people who want to succeed in our industry, guys, try to open your horizon. Don't too scared to try your options, explore. And also, we sometimes have to leave our ego to the side.
Agree.
We here to have a lot of ego. We think we know a lot because what happens is because we are around people, we have so much information, whereas we call ourselves psychologists, we do so much information. And that information blowing our minds, confusing us sometimes.
Correct.
So you have to sit, because everything doesn't mean you know everything. You have to start addressing how it can benefit you.
Beny, we know nothing.
I think so.
There's so much to know.
I think so. I agree
and
with you every step.
And
I
integrate.
agree.
Yes, Beny. I'd love to talk to you about it and see what your mindset is about it and see if you could stretch my mindset, because I see what you're saying. There's a couple of things I don't want to lose, but let's see if we could.
So I can tell you something. I was when I was working. I moved here 2018, 17 from New York. So I built my clientele from 2005, 2017. So you can imagine. I have about 18 years of customers. I left them overnight.
Overnight? Or you transitioned?
Overnight. I just moved to Florida.
Oh, wow.
My friends told me, Beny, you're moving to Florida, you're going to go bankruptcy with 4 salons you have in the United States. I told them, I build myself. I know what I can do. My hat, they're not hat. My luck, they're not their luck. I don't go by others. I learn from others. I learn what they felt. But it doesn't mean my life or their life the same. Or the way I would do it the same. So that's why I don't close myself or others. Oh, that's how I'm going to look like. When you come bring idea to your friends or to anybody, they're always going to doubt first. Maybe 2% are going to say, okay, go for it. All right? That's the human nature. If you have a vision yourself, you see the vision in your head is to be successful, but realistically, not be a fantasy, right?
Yes.
To be successful.
Yes.
But don't let anybody else to direct you differently. And I think a lot of people, because friends told them, or somebody told them, or they don't feel secure enough to go forward. My life is started from my confidence. If I didn't have my confidence, I would not probably go forward. All right? Sometimes we have to leave the difference on the side and make sure we go try stuff. You fall, don't worry, you're gonna stand up again, nothing gonna happen. But you learn a lesson.
Correct.
People are scared to learn.
No, your lessons are your blessings.
Exactly.
Yes, no, Beny, I agree with you. Like I said, I'll talk to you. Let's see what you have to say about the salon business.
I think salon business is amazing. If, as you said, you're moderate, use all the tools. Today, my success between all the other salons. Whatever you're saying, I recognize in 2005, I saw technology. I was the first guys had the softwares. In 2005, I never thought about internet or, I had, if somebody knows, Touch Suite. They were from Florida, actually. The first POS system. Touch Suite. It's not today, nothing like old school. Everything was, I'm sure some audience know Touch Suite, right? And I knew first time I need email and phone number. I didn't care address. People used to add because they used to mail. I said I need email and address, and I knew internet. What I used to do, every morning, I used to open my salon like 9 o'clock, but I used to sit like 8 o'clock, I used to sit with elders. I had friends, next to my store was a couple stores. I used to be my friends. One of them used to sell teeth whitening. But that guy was genius. He knew about marketing. So every morning I used to come have a breakfast with him. Oh, I have a store next door, clothing store. Like you guys, Maurizio, he used to do clothing. So I used to sit with them in the morning sometimes. Or I moved to some construction across the street, Paramount. I used to sit with them every morning. I used to sit every morning with people who are, older than me, and they can give me suggestions.
Yes.
And I used to pick up everybody's brain. You give me something, I'm gonna go make it. I'm right with it. I'm fast. People cannot keep up with me. That's the thing. Don't let things for tomorrow. Do today. What's today? Do today. Don't let for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. It's new luck, new thing. All right? So whatever you have today, do today if you can. Because what you did today, you maybe can see the results tomorrow already. Instead of doing tomorrow, you can see those the day after. So you see how I was pushing?
Yeah.
So he told me, the guy, Beny, do every time, get review from clients. 2005, I get about 15 to 20 reviews. I'm only open salon 2-3 months ago. I barely speak English. I don't speak English. I'm already getting clients through phone call because people used to Google. That Google started 2005. I used to get it was awesome. People living in JFK. I'm getting clients from JFK. Even though I got one of the housewife of New Jersey. I used to do extensions. She got me because of my reviews. That moment I understood internet is everything.
Yes.
So I do everything through internet. I do today things. My success, one of the success, because the internet, Groupon and internet. So I do email blast every month, twice, to my customers. Email blast. I have platforms. It's about platform. Today, people are scared to pay $100 for software for management and salons. I think that people falling because those management softwares, I'm building one right now called Oria.com. I already built everything. We already starting selling. Boy, it's amazing. What we did is, it's like, let's say you're busy with your clients, right? So you give AirPods. So you can, hey, Oria, can you move my customer? I'm running late. Can you move my customer half an hour later?
Stylist has an AirPod.
That's correct. Talks to the desk, to the Oria, automatically. Oh, can you tell me when last time this customer was? Or can you create for me email blast for all my customers, specifically just about this? You have to just talk. Don't have to do anything. I'm building everything futuristic. Everything futuristic.
Love it, Beny. Love it.
So it's all about, you're right, salons, you're right, who does marketing, they're getting the new clients. The people who don't do those things, they're falling between the chairs after close the salon. But those people who don't believe in social media, don't believe in technology, because that thing is word of mouth. That's right, but that takes longer. When you do internet, you expose to everybody around your area, even though you exist.
Correct.
So that's why I say, salon industry, we can change it in a better way, be more technology, be more doing things, make it easy, because everybody, new generation, they love technology. And I think, the only thing is, I think people who are doing salon suites, it's all right too, but they kind of are missing the big picture of being lonely.
Yes, I agree. That's why I didn't like the salon suites. Just being in a closet room.
So small.
So small.
I can feel like I'm dying in that place.
No people, and I love people.
Right. But I'm saying, that's why here by NYC, we did our system. That's why I did build a system for our people like you. Tomorrow, if you want to buy a hair bar, you put your name, we have over 500,000 customers between New York and Florida, and also come around. So I built a system for people like me and you. Today, I give one of the salons in East Boca, to one of my people who worked for me for over 10 years. I give them a salon. So now they're opening a salon, they're very happy. What you have to do, know the system. They have to manage it. Now they want the second salon right now.
Hair bar.
Because what I did, hair bar made everything easy for you. That's what I do. I bring everything easy for you. You take your experience, your knowledge. Right now, before you open a salon, right there, if you're going to open, I'm going to walk you through what's going to happen, expecting what's going to happen. But it's not big. You can do it. Reverse. You can put Mark Salon, right? You have to do marketing. You have to build a website, build everything, build the image. It takes time, 6 months to 1 year.
Correct.
Then bring a hairdresser. That's the chaos too. So with me, you don't need this. When you put my name, you already get everything.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But why people do 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts? It's everything.
It's a system. The system.
Exactly.
System and the process.
Exactly. If you want to have a salon today, if you don't have a system, forget a bar.
Like everything else.
Exactly.
I agree, Beny. I agree.
But Mark, it's a pleasure to have you. Yes, I'm sure it's not going to be our first and last meeting.
No.
We want everybody who has a questions, you can drop the questions below in the link. And so we can give you a little bit some ideas if you guys need me to give you some ideas, or stage you are, you want to have a consultation or any coaching. We have us the educator here, Mark. It can be, I'm already educated here for you if you want the educator. But I get bills in our industry. It's one of the amazing industries, I believe so. And I you know why amazing? Because today I can create my own time where I want to be, what I want to do. With Hair by NYC, you can do the same thing. You can today buy a salon and let the operation run for you. You don't have to even be there, because that system does for you. But people who want to put their name on the, like one thing I would say, if you don't want to be famous hairdresser, don't put your name up there. Reason why? Let's say tomorrow you want to walk up the salon, you want to feel freedom. If you have a mark on your door, everyone's going to look for Mark. If a mark is not there, people don't want to come anymore to you.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to find a catchy name, so it doesn't says on your bar, it says in general you can come to the salon, it's welcome, right? So I can talk all day about, do you have any questions for me, Mr. Mark?
No, we'll get together and speak one, maybe, hopefully, next week. And no questions. I just, one thing that I want to leave this with all the hairdressers out there and the stylists and the artists is invest in yourself, invest in marketing, and invest in your craft. And don't think you know it all, because that's where I got stuck. And now Beny's stretching my mind again to my second level of my career.
2.0.
2.0, yeah. And Beny, I really thank you. I'm grateful because,
Appreciate to have you
yeah,
here.
like I could teach others, but then you need someone that's teaching you. And you've done it. You created a path. So we'll definitely talk and see where it takes us.
100%. Everybody welcome. I think life is beautiful, life is good, and you have to keep trying, don't give up. And surround yourself by the right people. The surround by the right people has the people that's very good.
Thank you, Beny.
And thank you very much, Mr.
Thank
Mark.
you as well. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Beny.
So I want to appreciate everybody who's our audience to join us last minute or before. I want to appreciate every moment, and please tag us, like us, and follow us. It's our first podcast for Hair by NYC. We want to bring talent like Mark and other industries like skiing. We're going to bring a lot of people to share the industry and what is for you and what you're looking for and how you can improve your skills or improve your life, improve your everything you need. We're going to bring all persons, give you real stories, not the stories we can actually learn from it and make it better our life. Every day is something new we can learn, So we, as Mark said, we're everyday students. So we're learning every day as we go. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week. If you want to be our guest, want to attend to our show, podcast, please put your name, information, and we'll reach out to you. We're in Florida. We'll look forward to see you. Have a nice day.